Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to some more F1 Manager 2023 and another part of the Williams Road to Glory career mode with Williams. Today we are back with the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. So many crazy things can happen in Baku. It's going to be an insane race, probably red flags, probably safety cars, and hopefully a whole lot of fun. That's what we're looking for today. Leave a like if you have enjoyed the series so far, and if you are continuing to enjoy, and of course if you want to see more, do hit that thumbs up button down below. Do keep letting me know about your saves in the comments. It is really amazing to read every single day you updating me on how your save is going. I really do enjoy that, so thank you very much for all of your support, all of your comments, all of your likes, all of that sort of stuff. And yeah, looking forward to today. Obviously there's quite a gap in between the Australian and Azerbaijan Grand Prix, so we're going to be looking to implement some of the designs, get those manufactured. So there's going to be quite a few big upgrades actually for this Baku race. Could it be another podium race? I don't know. We tend to do a little bit better with the straight line speed circuits, so that should be somewhere that we're excelling at Baku. So yeah, looking forward to it, and without further ado, let's get ourselves immersed into the action for today then, and see how we get on. So first things first, let's have a look at the emails from last time out. So the F2 race, Victor Martins won from Jack Crawford and Kush Maney. Hunter Yini, followed by Chow Collet and Oliver Gray in F3. Fernando Alonso's scouting report is done. We're not going to go there, to be honest, and somebody made a very good point a few episodes ago. You know, we've been there, done that. We did Fernando Alonso, we did Hamilton last year, we did Pierre Gasly last year as well, so it's nice to have some different drivers for the series this time around, but we get him in there anyway. Peter Promadou, 46 months left on his contract, which is a bit of a shame. I don't think there's anybody better than for us at the moment. Dirk de Beer, 3 years. He's got 4 years. Ian Gregg, 9 months, but isn't interested anymore. So yeah, all very interesting. Yeah, we've got Chinelli there as well, but Aaron Melvin will more than likely be better than him by the end of the season, but we might as well get a detailed scouting report on him anyway. Where else do we want to look? I mean, technical chief, we've got the second best in the business. Race engineers, I suppose, is somewhere we could potentially look at, but Josh Peckett, you know, it's going to be a while, isn't it? Will Joseph could be somebody we get. Let's maybe get a scout report on him. Okay then, we do need to replace some car parts and the rear wing in particular, so we're going to get some more made of them, and we can do that on car 2 as well, so that's all looking good. Okay, right, other thing we need to do is pop on our underfloor upgrade. We do have 2 of those now, so that should improve the car quite nicely. Okay, nice. Okay, let's push forward. Design center complete. Chassis complete. Rear wing complete. Right, let's get that chassis manufactured. Yeah, that's annoying actually, isn't it? So we'll have to rush 2 of them through, and then we'll start another one. I know that costs us a little bit of money, but it's all good. Don't know why he's got low morale. Do we need to upgrade the facilities somewhere? Staff facilities? Yeah, just don't know where. Let's maybe have a look at our technical director. What affects his happiness? Team hub, memorabilia room. Okay, let's have a little look then. Could we upgrade one of these? Yeah, we could. Let's upgrade the team hub and let's get the memorabilia room upgraded. Just to make Enrico Cardile happy, because we want him. We want to keep him going. They've got high confidence. Let's have a little look at the development of everybody. Yeah, looking good for Yuki Tsunoda. 93 accuracy now. 89 on the control for Esteban Ocon, and decent development from Ayumu Iwasa. Alfa Romeo are upgrading their HQ, and Red Bull have had the spotlight put on them. Okay, right, we're going to work on pit stop errors this month, and it's going to be the new tyres on. Although that will quicken us up quite rapidly. Let's get them resting. On those days. And that should help them. Cool. Continue on. Okay, suspension design complete. How long do they take to make? 8 days. Oh, very annoying. Right, we can get 2 of them made. That's not going to actually cost us too much money. And then we can get the rest done after that. Okay. Design center improvement. I suppose that is something we might want to do. When is the next ATR window? 23 days. How long is this for? 45 days. Let's do it. Let's do it. So underfloor complete. Hang on. No, that's right. Okay, so major technical changes we are looking at for next year. They want either complete underfloor overhaul or major suspension changes. Oof. Well, I think we've got to look at the car analysis here, and in particular the car parts analysis. So if we look at our underfloor compared to the rest of the grid, 3rd, 5th, 1st, 5th, 11th. Okay, what about the suspension? Well, surely where we want to lose performance is suspension, and we should be able to catch up a little bit more with that. So I'm going to vote for that. The suspension changes. Okay, memorabilia room is complete. Hopefully that will help out Mr. Cardile. Yeah, his morale's okay now. Might be able to offer him a new contract now, which is good. So yeah, next season we're gonna go for 3 years. We're gonna increase your salary to 5 million and see if you fancy that. He's happy. Let's renew his contract. Perfect. Awesome. So he will be with us again next year. How's Ben Mitchell getting on? Good affinity. Good affinity. Yeah, that's exactly what we wanted to see. All right. All right, new front wing design. Let's just see where we're up to with all of this. That's fine. So front wing, new front wing. We've got 6 days, so that's fine. Have that on a normal. Perfect. Chassis is complete, so we can get that on the car, as is the suspension. And we want 2 more of those. And the chassis, new one, 2 more of those. Perfect. Nice. Should probably make 6 front wings and rear wings when we get to that. Let's see what the result of the vote is then. Research period begins, which is nice. They've voted in favour of the complete underfloor overhaul, so that hurts us a little bit more than everybody else, which is, yeah, very annoying, isn't it? Because I mean, everything looks to be complete underfloor overhaul. So the chassis minus 50%. So yeah, we're basically going back to 0, aren't we? Everybody. So it's gonna be crazy. What's gonna happen with that? Yeah, so you can see the underfloor itself is going to be 70%. Everything else is 50%. With the suspension one, everything was 55%, but yeah, so I suppose, you know, we were screwed either way. But oh god, we're gonna have to really heavily research for next year then, aren't we? So we might have to consider that going forward. Oh, well, at least that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, I think it's a little while until, yeah, 10 more days. So we'll wait until the new period begins. Oh my god. Yeah, I think we're going to have to sort of do 2 designs and 2 researches. Seems wise while we've got 6 to maybe do 3 designs, 3 researches at the same time. But yeah, we might as well wait the 10 days until we're ready for that. So when is... yeah, Miami's next week. So it'll be after the Miami Grand Prix. We'll have to get on 3 designs, 3 researchers, and yeah, I think those designs will probably end up having to be the last designs of the year, and then a full focus on research for next year, and really try and go for a championship push next year, because we're not going to win the championship this year. We might sneak a win or 2, but realistically we're not going to be quite there. Come next season. Right, let's have a little look at... we can put the new front wing on, that's fine. Let's have a little look at the car analysis. We're not actually in as good a position as I thought we might be. Who are the best? Aston Martin are still pretty good, but I think they've changed towards Albon, which is interesting. Alfa Romeo, okay. Yeah, AlphaTauri are horrible. Haas are awful again. Alpine are okay. Mercedes are okay. Red Bull are still pretty strong in most areas. and Ferrari are strong. So I think we're about the 4th best team, but it's close. We'll just have to see as we get into the weekend. First sprint race of the year, of course, at Baku. So this is just going to be absolute carnage.
Greetings from Azerbaijan, where we're back in the country's capital. Well, it's not every weekend that Formula One arrives at a UNESCO World Heritage Site, but arrive here we have. Drivers will race around the historic streets of Baku, which includes the race calendar's tightest corner, beneath a medieval fortress wall. Baku City Circuits challenges drivers like few other tracks. The tight section through the old city demands precision. The main straight, pure aggressive acceleration. And every corner is a challenge for tyres.
It's not a usual F1 weekend though, with qualifying brought forward to make way for an all-out sprint race which will decide the grade for the Grand Prix.
Now let's crack on with the weekend.
Okay then, let's get ourselves into the weekend, and I'll see you guys for Q1, which will be coming up very shortly. Okay, so there we are then, 95% setup satisfaction for Ocon, 97% for Yuki Tsunoda. So let's get ourselves into qualifying. We'll see where that puts us. Obviously not the most confident they can be going into these sessions, but yeah, we'll sort that. No worries at all.
Welcome everyone, qualifying for the sprint awaits us, and we're raring to get going.
In a format familiar to our drivers, 3 parts of qualifying will decide who sits where on the sprint race grid. A good performance today will give them a real advantage for the rest of the weekend.
Now Karun, you and I were actually just talking about that man there, Max Verstappen. How do you think he'll be feeling today?
They had an excellent performance in practice, setting a solid lap time. They must be feeling confident. But confidence doesn't necessarily mean success in Formula One.
Strap yourselves in. This is Formula One.
Okay then, let's see how we get on in qualifying. Important that we get a good grid position. Obviously last year we had a great sprint race here. And the race itself, we were leading 1 and 2 for quite some time. Managed to get double points in the end. So I think we've got good pedigree here. Quick look at the setups. Obviously, could be better, but you know, it's all risks that you take. Of you move one part, it messes up another. So we'll take it and we'll move on. Let's get into it then. Quali here in Baku. And it's going to be Tsunoda heading out there first, and then Esteban Ocon.
It should be green now.
I'll try and get a distant tour for the Frenchman here. And let's see how they get on. With their first lap, Magnussen could be a little bit of a problem by the sort of castle section. No, it should be okay actually. Might just be the long straight, but no. They're both through. Tsunoda 42.3 and Ocon a 42.2.
Okay.
So a couple of decent laps there. It'll be interesting to see where we end up.
Cool the engine. Got a bit up.
As well, Zayn Maloney goes 3rd place. I think the Alpine is going slightly quicker. And we've got Piastri going over the line. He goes 3rd. What about Max Verstappen? He goes over the line, and he, of course, goes first. A 41.6 for the Red Bull. Here goes Perez over the line. What can he manage? He goes 2nd, so a good time for Mercedes there with Sergio Perez. Mick Schumacher is going to be the next man over the line, although he's just starting a lap. Théo Pourchaire is the one that's going to be coming over the line next. What can he manage? Pourchaire goes 5th, so 4/10 behind Tsunoda. Here comes Kevin Magnussen. What can he manage as he heads over the line? He goes 5th, a couple of tenths behind. George Russell, don't think he's finishing a lap. He's just starting up a lap. Okay, getting those boys in then. I'm thinking, to be honest, let's go again. Let's try and get a bit of tow. Third and fourth at the moment. Certainly can't complain about that. The two Ferraris are a little bit slow. Daniel Ricciardo the slowest of everybody so far, which is a bit of a surprise. So here goes Esteban Ocon through his lap. Sonoda actually quicker during this first sector. Gets a bit of a tow. Sonoda up to the line with a purple third sector. What about Ocon? He's over the line. Doesn't improve. But his second and third sector were better. It was all down to the first sector. And he'd lost a 10th there. He was quicker in the middle sector. But that final sector, Yuki Tsunoda, purple. And that shows the power of a tow around here. But I think that should be more than enough to get through Q1. So we'll just sit in our garage now, I think, until the end of the session. And that's absolutely fine. Ocon the only one in a slight bit of trouble, but he should be absolutely fine. And you can see most people have actually crossed the line, and Ocon might finish 10th in the end, but no, doesn't even do that. So it is 6th and 9th in the Q1. Max Verstappen quickest in the Red Bull. George Russell, very good time for Ferrari there. Charles Leclerc in 3rd. Then Perez and Stroll 4th and 5th. Going out in Q1 then, Teo Porcher, Oscar Piastri, Mick Schumacher, Nick De Vries and Zayn Maloney, and both of those well off the pace of the back of the pack. Okay then, let's get ourselves into Q2. Obviously brand new set of boots. And this time we're going to send Esteban Ocon out first. And Tsunoda out second to try and get a little bit of a tow. And we'll see what they can manage. Daniel Ricciardo managing to get through to Q2. Sort of a once in a blue moon event, seemingly, these days. But, yeah, Ocon purple through the middle sector, goes over the line with a 41.9. That's a very good time from Esteban Ocon.
Okay.
That's about 3/10 off what Verstappen did in Q1. Albon goes first now.
This lap time is good.
Okay, Sainz now a 41.6, so Ferrari's starting to show their pace. Russell goes P2 with that one. Okay, I think we're in a good position. Kevin Magnussen P11 at the moment. Yeah, they're obviously in a little bit of trouble. Tsunoda in particular. I think Ocon will be fine. Gasly's you want to watch, really. So yeah, we need to get Ocon out. Oh, sugar. I don't think we're going to get them out in time. Yeah, we might be able to take manual control and just about get them there.
Keep the pace up.
Okay.
This is going to be very, very tight of whether we make it. It could be sort of a second to spare. Tyres aren't going to be as ideal as normal. This is going to be very close.
Use energy. Copy.
I don't think they're using any energy, which is really annoying. I think Ocon's annoyingly gonna just about make it. Is he? No, there's the checkered flag, so Tsunoda could be in trouble here. That's a mistake of mine. Norris over the line. He doesn't improve, so that's a big one out of the way. Magnussen is the guy to keep an eye on here. Magnussen on an in-lap, so actually nobody can do it. Yeah. Wow. Well, we were lucky there. 6th and 8th in the end. Well, Ferrari looking good. Going out in Q2 then, Kevin Magnussen, Lando Norris, Pierre Gasly, Daniel Ricciardo, and Zhou Guanyu. Right, here we go then, into Q3. Let's just have a little look at tyres. Yeah, got plenty of new tyres to use up here. So, I'll try and send them out almost at the same time. Yeah, it's seemingly working. Should be absolutely no traffic this time. Other than Charles Leclerc has just come out. Could be a problem in a very slow section of the track. For Esteban, but he's going to be fine. Now then, here we go. Onto the main straight. Alex Albon, we know we want somewhere in the 41s to be very competitive. It's a 42.2. Tsunoda over the line. It's a 42.5.
Pull as much as you can.
Wow, that is nowhere near where we need to be. Yeah. I mean, 5th and 9th. I would say quite fortunate, really. Right. So let's well, we're gonna prioritize Ocon, I think. Because Ocon does have the chance to really do something special here. So let's ride on board with the Frenchman. There should be no trouble of traffic here. As Charles Leclerc takes pole with a 1:41.5. I don't think anyone's going to be able to beat that. Ocon and Tsunoda quicker in the first sector. Good to see. Middle sector. Tsunoda looking good, but I think Ocon's slightly better. Sainz has popped up into P2, which is fabulous. It's another green one for both drivers here. This could be a very special lap coming up from Esteban Ocon. Let's watch it live. Yuki Tsunoda is going to be the first up to the line. Can he get into the 41s? It's a 42.1, and for Ocon, oh, it's 4th. It was a 41.6 in the end, and he's within a 10th of pole position. It's P4 for the sprint race for Esteban Ocon. He will be absolutely thrilled with that. He deserves to be thrilled, because that's a fabulous lap from him. I said it could be something very special. Got him a little bit of a tow behind his teammate, and he puts in a 41.688 in the end, which really only bettered by Carlos Sainz, Max Verstappen, and Charles Leclerc. You know, he's well ahead of Albon, Perez, Russell, and his teammate Tsunoda, 5/10 in there. It's very impressive indeed. Right, well, always tend to simulate this session. Practice 2. Not really a lot of point in that session, other than I suppose you could do some race simulation runs and that sort of thing, but good preparation, ready for the sprint race.
This weekend, it's something a little bit different, as the Grand Prix grid is decided by more racing in today's eagerly anticipated sprint. Of course, this is the first sprint of the season, adding an extra challenge for the drivers and their teams. But as ever, in Formula One, an extra challenge is an extra opportunity.
Points go to the top finishers in the sprint, and with no mandatory pit stops, it's all about the racing on the track.
So let's see then how the teams tackle today's sprint, here in Baku.
Okay then, let's see how we get on in the sprint race. There is the scope, I think, for just being on the soft tyres. I don't know why you wouldn't be. I think you have to be probably very aggressive for the whole race if you can be, especially if you're Esteban Ocon. I think Tsunoda maybe slightly less aggressive, keep a little bit more tyres for the end of the race and hope that you get a bit fortunate. But for Esteban Ocon, he is going to be absolutely going for it here. And I'm excited. I'm really excited to see what they can do here in Baku.
Our sprint today sees the drivers take on 17 laps of the Baku City Circuit.
Expect to see plenty making the most of Baku's long, wide main straight. That's going to be their best chance to overtake and secure a strong result.
Well then, folks, it's time to get going. Now's the time for the sprint here in Baku.
Here we go then, 5 red lights.
And it's lights out.
And away we go. Charles Leclerc off to a good start. And the Ferrari of Carlos Sainz a little bit slower off the mark, has to be said. And straight away, Charles Leclerc is going to be under pressure from Max Verstappen, who has won all 3 rounds so far. Esteban Ocon is P4, probably a little bit out of position, but that's okay. But Ocon is, well, I thought he was going to try around the outside there. Tsunoda down in 8th at present. Let's see how they get on. Has anybody gone for mediums? No, they haven't. So a little bit annoying that's sort of the default strategy that was offered to us. No, we are going very much soft tyres here. I'm trying to push as hard as we can. And I think Ocon can at least maintain position. And the 2 Red Bulls, I think, are just going to be too quick. And once again, you've got Max Verstappen having a little look at his teammate, Charles Leclerc. And it is DRS enabled already in this Grand Prix. And Max Verstappen with DRS is just going to fly past his teammate. And he is through. And once again, Charles Leclerc showing he is a great qualifier. But he's going to have to work very, very hard to oust Max Verstappen this year. That is for certain. Now then, we know the tyre temps are going to get a little out of hand here because we are going to be just on the full attack. So we'll have to be wary about that. And well, Sainz has fell more than a second behind Charles Leclerc. That could give Ocon the opportunity, uses a bit of DRS to close in. And now this is surely going to be his opportunity. There goes Esteban Ocon. He is through on Carlos Sainz. He's up into 3rd.
Awesome. This is good.
We'll hopefully be able to hold on to that. Right. Realistically, Ocon needs to try and catch up to Max and Charles. It's another P8 at the moment. It's very likely to be P9 very shortly here. With Lando Norris having a little look. And yeah, Leclerc and Verstappen still side by side. I mean, every race this season, they have been going at it hammer and tongs. And this could be a race-long battle between Ocon and Sainz. Meanwhile, Yuki Tsunoda just sort of settling into P9 in this race. Don't think he's going to close much in on the cars in front by the look of it, and will just be defending from Lando most of this race. So Esteban again will have DRS on Carlos here. You can see he closes right in, concertina effect, but much better exit. And now DRS and straight back past goes Esteban Ocon. So yeah, let's zoom it forward and see whereabouts we get to in this Grand Prix, because Ocon now starting to actually close up on the top two a little bit. Tsunoda battling with Lando. Yeah, do we use a little bit of ERS and really try and close in on the top two? Because we've got out of the 1 second window of Carlos Sainz here. Ocon can get into the battle for the lead at this point. Yeah. I'm liking the look of this. Meanwhile, Tsunoda just looking after his tyres for now. Will hopefully become a feature just a little bit later on in this Grand Prix. In this sprint race, I should say. Problem is, he's battling just a little bit too much with Tsunoda for comfort. But yes, Ocon now is with the front boys. So we are going to drop down to aggressive on the tyres. Try and reduce those bits of tyre weight. Because now he's in the DRS, he should be able to stay with Leclerc and Verstappen for the long haul. Might even be worth going down to standard. Let's just zoom it through. As Tsunoda fighting with Lance Stroll. Big moves made. Big moves got. Right, now time to attack with Tsunoda. Let's use a bit of those tyres. Yeah, he hasn't lost any time, has he? Getting those tyres back down to normal could be absolutely crucial. And we certainly seem quicker than the Red Bull in this middle sector, which is quite surprising, really, considering how much better the Red Bull car is in the low and high speed corners. He's apparently 1.1 seconds behind now. Where did that come from? Right, let's attack. Use that. Use that. As we've got a big crash for Zhou Guan Yu.
And here we've got a yellow
Let's have a little look at this. What's happened to him? He's with Daniel Ricciardo here. Well, I'm surprised that's not a red flag, if I'm honest with you.
Use energy. Copy.
Meanwhile, Yuki Tsunoda still battling. He's managed to get past George Russell at some point. So Tsunoda could get himself up to 5th here. Should be a good starting position for tomorrow. Some more good points from the sprint race as well. There's Sonoda going to have a look at Albon here. Down the inside he goes, and Sonoda's through. That's brilliant from him. Really well attacked there. And now, definitely getting into a good place. And, well, there's Ocon right behind these two.
Save fuel. Copy that.
I think worth just holding with them. Once again. I think last couple of laps, that's when we attack. Is Charles Leclerc going to get past his teammate this time? I think so.
Full deploy.
Gongon needs to be patient. Sonoda, meanwhile, can get past Sergio Perez here on this lap. Or maybe not. Maybe not this lap.
Increase lift and coast.
By the end of the lap, perhaps.
Okay, reduce lift and coast.
Okay, let's see. We got a VSC out there. What has happened? What has happened?
Now it looks like, yes, it is. Alex Albon's involved in
And
that.
it was Alexander Albon. Yep, he's battling with George Russell in 8th place, but he loses it straight into the barrier. I think that might be him out of the race, and it is, and that's going to be a back of the grid start for Alex Albon. How often he did that for us last year is crazy when you think about it. Now, if we can get those batteries charged right up, that would be awesome.
VSC ending. Copy.
Okay, so a chance for
Pick up the pace a bit.
all drivers to push on a little bit here.
Corners. DRS enabled.
Real chance now for the final 5 laps, and I do believe that Ocon has got a chance to win this sprint race here. And there we go, there goes Yuki. And Yuki should now push on and try and catch Carlos Sainz by the end of the Grand Prix, or race, sprint race. Keep calling it Grand Prix. It's not a Grand Prix, Joe. Okay. Right, 3 laps to go after this one. Tsunoda already a second ahead of Perez. I've kept calling Perez Kevin Magnussen as well. And there's Leclerc finally going past his teammate Max Verstappen. What's going to happen now? Well, there goes Max Verstappen. Can Ocon get past? Oh, that was a chance there. That was a real chance. Because if we could have got past Leclerc, then we'd have been in prime position.
Low on pack.
Right. Look at this. We are trapped right behind Charles Leclerc here. I don't understand it. Look how much we are sticking with these guys. Leclerc. Oh, so close. 2 laps to go here. We need to get past one of them now. Really. It's just not happening for us. Do we tell Ocon to go high on the overtake aggression? I think Tsunoda will not quite catch Sainz by the end of the race. Oh, there's a red flag. Please say it's not Tsunoda. Oh, it's ended it early.
Yuki Tsunoda,
What a shame. What a shame. We have no idea why.
Displayed some moments of quality here. All they need now is some
The race ended, but it did. And yeah, that's robbed us of a really exciting finish there at the end. Oh, it was Ricciardo and Porsche, I think, that crashed, but because it would have just been a singular lap, they haven't restarted it. So Max Verstappen wins the sprint race, 0.099 seconds ahead of Charles Leclerc. Ocon 3rd, then Sainz in 4th, Tsunoda 5th. So 10 points for the team from that first round of sprint races. And hopefully, if we can attack in the race, it's all to play for.
The excitement is building, there's electricity in the air. But there's no surprise in that. It's race day.
Baku has been the scene for some major on-track battles, like Vettel and Hamilton fighting for the lead back in 2017. Will we see more drama this year, I wonder?
What can we expect from that man right there, Charles Leclerc?
Oh, there's no doubt they'll be delighted to be at the front of the grid. It's a well-deserved pole position and a great opportunity to bring home the silverware.
But for now, though, let's get ready for all the action of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
Okay then, let's get ourselves into this race. I mean, a 2-stop around here does tend to make you struggle, doesn't it? I mean, what's a soft medium saying? It's saying I'm possible, Joe. It's saying I'm possible. It's got to be the quickest way to win this race. 26 laps on those soft tyres. Got to look after them though, and then being aggressive towards the end. Tsunoda, meanwhile, let's go with a more conventional strategy, but he's going to absolutely rinse his tyres early on. We'll see what he can do. Or do we swap them round, actually? Do we go softs with Tsunoda? Yeah, let's do something like that. And then with Ocon, go with a slightly more conservative option of a soft then a hard. But absolutely going for it early on to try and get the lead from Verstappen and Leclerc and push on that way. Yeah, I think that's what we do. A lap less of fuel, because there's going to be safety cars, let's be honest. I'm even tempted to go with 2 less laps of fuel, but yeah, we're not gonna quite go that crazy. All right, let's get ourselves into this Baku Grand Prix.
Final checks have been carried out on the grid, and it won't be long until we get underway. And it's always an entertaining race when Yuki Tsunoda is involved.
Quite a surprise to see them in P5, but it's a big chance for the team to maximize their points.
And the time has come. Let's go racing.
Okay then, here we go. We're a little bit out of position, I think, but pace looked good in the sprint.
The Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
Let's see if we can pull it off in the race as well.
And
It's lights out, and away we go here in Baku for the Grand Prix. And it looks like Ocon might have Leclerc out of turn 1. It's very, very close, but Max Verstappen leads. Leclerc is second, and then it's Esteban Ocon third just about, but he is pushing past as they've started on the medium tyres. So this is perfect. This is exactly what Ocon needed. And here goes Yuki Tsunoda. And in fact, out of the top 6 drivers, there's only 3 that are on that softs, and we're 2 of them. Tsunoda has lost a position straight away there.
So slow. Copy.
Yeah, let's get the ERS battle assist
Get your
on.
head down. You can do this. Come on.
Let's go neutral. Try and stay with Verstappen, but save the ERS for lap 3. It's essentially what I'm looking at here. There you go, he's got a massive toe. As Ocon puts in the fastest lap there. Oh, we don't want to fall behind Leclerc. That's an issue. Yeah, just trying to look after that ERS so that we've got some for when it matters. Right, we're going to turn it on now, though. And this is where we're going to really push hard with Ocon. I think Tsunoda, you know, he can just sort of look after himself here. And here goes Ocon straight back past Charles Leclerc. And now needs to catch up to Max Verstappen pretty quickly. Yeah, he's trying to
Crash ahead, crash ahead, crash ahead.
stay away as Lance Stroll has crashed at turn 3. I think he's okay. Could have been nasty, but yes. Ocon now within the RS range of Max Verstappen. More neutral. Get past him using DRS and then use the ERS to pull away from him. That's the plan. More than a second ahead of Leclerc, which is perfect. As Ocon puts in the fastest lap of the race. Now time to deploy. And there we go. Ocon goes past his old rival Max Verstappen for the lead of the race. This is now the time for Ocon to give it absolute full beans. He needs to push on and get well out of sight on these soft tyres in this first stint. And in particular, he needs to get more than a second ahead of Verstappen now. It's not going to quite happen, I don't think. And just gives him a little bit of a battle that he now has to have. Yeah, Tsunoda should be able to get past Perez reasonably easily here. Okay, let's zoom it through.
No more overtake.
Ocon could be in a little bit of trouble here. Probably needs to spend a few laps just looking after the ERS. Hopefully the times will come. And yes, he is out of the 1 second window now. So, can he push on and get himself away here in this first stint, as Tsunoda's still struggling to get past Perez here? What's going on?
critical, we overtake.
Okay.
And can Sonoda get DRS here? Ugh. Yeah, this is the chance. As Ocon now 2.2 seconds ahead of Max Verstappen. When is he coming in? He's coming in on lap 18.
I can!
And this is crazy for Sonoda. It's actually ruining his race, getting embroiled in this battle. I'm thinking let's harvest his energy up. If he can be on a full tank now, he can push on for a couple of laps and get himself away from Perez. And
Tank is currently low. Copy.
yeah, that's a lot better from Sonoda, and now he's ahead.
Off. Copy.
So Esteban Ocon 3.9 seconds ahead of Max Verstappen at the moment. He's doing a good job on tyres. They're actually doing better than we expected them to do. Yeah, 4.5 in front. It's just putting in fast lap after fast lap. It's another 47.7 from him. It's another 8 tenths he's pulled out now on the Dutch driver. And Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz are closing in on that. Sonoda is P5. He's gonna probably join up with that little battle soon. Can Ocon secure a first win for Williams here? It's a real good opportunity, to be completely honest. Let's just have a little look at the strategy. Could we convert him now to mediums? And take them to the end of the race. Could we do that? It's certainly a possibility. Let's give it a go. If Verstappen starts to close in on him, then maybe we say we need to get onto the fresh hard tyres sooner rather than later. But if Ocon continues to lap a couple of tenths quicker than Max Verstappen, that's brilliant. But now Verstappen is now starting to close in ever so slightly, so I think we switch back to plan A. Just get onto the hards and attack them. I think track position is going to be king. Yeah, so Ocon's pit window is open. Verstappen is starting to close the gap. I'll tell you what, Norris has come out of nowhere. He's P6 and chasing after Tsunoda here. Look at the two Aston Martins trolling around at the back. It's a pretty desperate situation, isn't it? Right, hard tyres. Ocon's gonna be moving on to here.
That's not looking good for Charles Leclerc.
And Charles Leclerc has crashed. What's he done? Has he crashed into Max? No, he's just lost it. Oh, well, that's gonna really hurt his race. Okay. Big lap now for Ocon. This is his in lap. Where's he going to come back out? That's the question. Probably in front of Pierre Gasly. Do we delay him a lap? I think we probably delay him a lap here. He's still lapping the same. Oh no, he's in. He's in. Well, is what it is. We can't change it now. He's coming in. He's going to be putting the hard tyres on. He's going to be going to the end of the race on those hard tyres. And now we've got to hope that there's no safety cars. Nothing like that. He's got to try and undercut Max Verstappen here.
There are cars coming out the pits.
So let's get those tyres nice and warm.
Copy.
Problem could be Magnussen and
Copy.
Russell.
We need to focus on the energy now. Yeah.
Just harvest up a little bit. Okay. So there's managed to get past Charles Leclerc, and well, Norris up to third at the moment. It's quite amazing, isn't it? And as those tyres are getting better, Ocon's starting to close in. Right, I think it's time for Tsunoda to go full on attack.
To close in now.
You've got energy. Copy.
Right. Now we need to be pretty precise with this. Of the moment of attack for Ocon.
Use energy. Yeah, copy.
She's going to have DRS on Kevin Magnussen here. Actually is Kevin Magnussen this time, not Sergio Perez. And yep, he's now right up behind and tries around the outside. That's an aggressive manoeuvre, and he's nicely through. So now, when's Yuki coming in? Yeah, a couple of laps time. We might actually say to Yuki, right, you're coming in next lap. Right. Deploy the ERS here. Charles Leclerc is surely going to help here because he's slow. So that'll make Russell struggle. Oh, wow, nearly got absolutely took out there. And now George Russell, Charles Leclerc, yep, we're through. Alright, should be a fairly straightforward overtake on Russell now. Remember, Tsunoda's coming in this lap. He's going on to the medium tyres. I'm not quite sure how Ocon lost all of that time. Carlos Sainz into the pit lane. Where's he going to come out in all of this? Here comes Ocon. He's through and, yeah, well ahead of Carlos Sainz, which was very good. And now Tsunoda coming out in P11. Again, that's a good place to be, I think. Perez next. Should be a fairly straightforward overtake on Perez. He'll have DRS at the next corner. It's closing in. Not quite making a move just yet, but there you go. Tsunoda's into the top 10 again now. Perfectly done. Right, let's zoom it forward, because it's been quite a long episode so far, and we're not even halfway into this race. Right, here we go then with Ocon. He's safely through again. So it's now about Russell and Norris. Tsunoda now, where's he? 2 seconds behind Gasly. Should be able to close that gap reasonably soon. Okay, right, here we go then. With Ocon. And yeah, I think he should be able to get past Norris here. Yeah, he's going to try around the outside. Oh, that's a great move. And now just 7 seconds behind Max Verstappen. This is going to be a huge lead, I think, on Max. But Max is surely going to come back at the end of the race on fresh tyres. It should be a very exciting conclusion, to be honest. And well, Charles Leclerc, I mean, if ever he had a chance to win a Grand Prix, it was today, but he's just not going to be able to beat his teammate again. This is just unbelievable, isn't it? And it's just got to be so demotivating. Right, here we go then. Russell straight through on... Oh, Ocon straight through on Russell. Tsunoda now up to P7. Very much chasing after Charles Leclerc, who's 13 seconds behind Lando Norris. And again, Tsunoda is going to get a big undercut on Lando Norris, but Norris is going to have better tyres towards the end of the race. So anyway, where's Ocon? He is now 6 seconds behind Max Verstappen. Leclerc in the pit lane. Tsunoda now moves up to 6th position. As Carlos Sainz has sort of come from nowhere, and he's right behind Ocon now. This is quite worrying. As Verstappen in, Ocon nearly a pit stop ahead of him in the end. Yeah, he's got a good lead on Max Verstappen. Verstappen on used soft tyres. They're going to be horrible come the end of this race, surely. So Ocon's just got to, I think, stay composed and stay with Carlos Sainz. He doesn't have to do anything too risky. Sainz's tyres will not last as long as Ocon. Tsunoda now going to be up to 4th place. And Norris has been into the pit lane, so those medium tyres are going to the end. They're better than Tsunoda's. Will Sonoda be able to stay in front of those guys? He's got a 2.2 second lead at the moment. And Ocon back into the lead of this Grand Prix. He's overtaking Sainz. Let's have a little look at how this happened.
Watching Esteban Ocon here.
And I think these two are going to be yo-yoing for the rest of the race. And quite honestly, I don't see how Max Verstappen gets back into this. He's 13 seconds behind on used soft tyres as somebody has crashed.
There's a yellow flag.
It was Sainz. Oh, that's huge.
Now we're watching
Sainz.
Sainz here.
Oh, he just caught the wall on the way through. Oh, that's got to be pretty much the end of his challenge, you would say. Yeah, you can see how much time he's lost on that straight to Ocon. What a chance to win a race here for Esteban Ocon in the Williams. He's got 12 seconds on Max Verstappen. It's just the perfect strategy, I think, for Ocon, and to think we were going to go with the strategy that we've eventually went with for Sonoda, and that doesn't seem to be working quite as well. I think the attacking at the start really did help Ocon. He got himself a gap, and then the undercut, and he's just been absolutely sensational as Esteban Ocon since he's joined the Williams team. And I'll tell you what, winning this race would give him a big confidence boost in terms of belief that he might be able to get back into this championship battle, as Max Verstappen now starts to turn the screw a little bit and might fancy spoiling our day. He's very much closing in. 8.5 seconds now, the gap. I think Ocon can afford to attack for a few laps on those tyres. Not too many laps. But we'll see if he can build a bit of a gap here. Perhaps get into the DRS zone of Lance Stroll. As Yuki Tsunoda overtakes Sainz now. Wow. That's very sad for Carlos Sainz. Just a little mistake in the end has cost him. So Max Verstappen 8.5 seconds behind. There's 13 laps to go here. Oh, wow. Well, Stroll's got to get out of the way here. Tsunoda's managed to get past.
Nice work.
And could we even have a double podium here? Let's have a look at Russell's tyres. They're not looking fantastic. Verstappen's tyres aren't looking brilliant. But yes, I think Ocon can attack these tyres as long as he wants. He's building a gap to Max Verstappen as well. As Tsunoda is in a ding-dong battle with Checo. Well, this is going to be an incredible result. 10 seconds now the lead for Esteban Ocon. Max Verstappen, who has won every race of the season so far, including the sprint race here in Baku, is currently second, and you would say defenseless. I don't think he can throw anything else at us. I really don't. Now, does Tsunoda do a bit of harvesting while he can? And save that for the end. Look at that, they're doing the same lap times. Max Verstappen now just 9.6 seconds behind. It's amazing how it's chopping and changing. 10 laps to go here. Alright, definitely time to zoom forward.
Oh,
Tsunoda now
do what you can to keep the tyres
needs
cool.
to get back going here. Tell you what, Lance Stroll has managed to stay absolutely glued to the back of Ocon. Not quite sure how, but he has managed it. Alright. Ocon now starting to pull away. Where's Yuki? Yuki starting to get back within a second of Perez. We've still got 8 laps to go. We need to just be a little bit wary here and, you know, try to time our run, if you like. Maybe now is the time for Tsunoda.
Close the gap.
But yes, 9.5 seconds, still the lead for Esteban Ocon. And yep, Tsunoda definitely going to try and pull out that 1 second gap to Perez. He's managed that. 5.3 behind Russell for the final podium position. Can he catch him by the end of the race? I don't think so. And I don't think Max Verstappen is going to catch Esteban Ocon either. Ocon 9.5 seconds ahead. There's only 4 laps to go in this Grand Prix. Tsunoda 5.6 behind Russell. Russell's tyres are not going to last much longer, but neither are Tsunoda's. 3 laps to go now. Max Verstappen starting to turn the screw, and wow, look how much time he is pulling out. He's going to surely do the fastest lap here as he crosses the line. Let's have a look at 44.6. That's 2 seconds quicker than anybody else. I don't think he's going to quite manage it by the end, but he has possibly got a bout of DRS to come with Stroll. 6 seconds. Now the gap, it's coming down to 5 seconds. I think he's using his ERS. That must be what he's doing as we head onto the final lap of this Grand Prix. Esteban Ocon leads the way. Max Verstappen is in second. George Russell is in third once again. What a season he is having for Ferrari. Tsunoda is P4. What a season he's having as well. And he's going to bring home some big points for the team. But this is a true A-list driver. He is somebody that can go on and win championships for this team. He's going to be built around, you would imagine. And it's going to be the first victory of this series, full stop, with Esteban Ocon. And now he's just about able to pull away from Max Verstappen, who has put the pressure on the last few laps with some scintillating lap times. But I think Verstappen has finally run out of puff. Tsunoda is going to finish 4th. Lando Norris is going to finish a brilliant 5th for McLaren. Yeah. What a race for him. It's going to be double points for Alfa Romeo as well. Zhou Guanyu, that might even be his first points of the series, to be fair. And Charles Leclerc, he's going to end up finishing outside the points. So it's going to be a big day in the championship, because here we go then. Esteban Ocon. It has been 49 episodes of this series, but he is coming up to the line and he is going to win here in Baku for episode 50. Absolutely brilliant for Esteban Ocon. He wins Williams' first race since 2012. And Max Verstappen, valiant effort to finish second. Russell's going to end up finishing third with the fastest lap. and Yuki Tsunoda will finish 4th.
And Ocon takes the win.
And let's listen to everything here.
All credit to the team for the car they put together. But without that incredible and consistent driving, it'd all be for nothing.
And there goes Yuki Tsunoda. He's over the line. He finishes 4th in the end.
Okay, check a flag.
Absolutely sensational. No team radio for Esteban Ocon, unfortunately. But it's our first top step of the series. It might be our last one for a little while. Obviously, this track really does suit the car. I think the race pace was second to none, really. Both drivers have displayed that. Strategy, being able to keep the tyres in the window despite attacking, and taking those tyres as far as they can go. Hitting at the right time, making overtakes at the right time. It just all fell into place this weekend, and 4 seconds only is the gap between Ocon and Verstappen. It took everything, every ounce of what we could get out of our car today to finish 4 seconds ahead of Verstappen. That is how good he and Red Bull are this season, and it's going to take that sort of effort to beat them this year in anything. But we've done it. We have won our first Grand Prix. Come on! Absolutely brilliant. And there you go, winner for 1.
Now that's an excellent drive today from Esteban Ocon.
That was a really well executed race, I thought. Major credit to the driver, the pit wall, and the whole team for that win.
And you'd love to see this. The whole team celebrating this magnificent result. And there's no denying that the Frenchman deserves this result. He was absolutely brilliant.
That gives them their first win of the season, and it was really well deserved.
And before they get back to work, I think it's time to cool off here in Azerbaijan.
And there he is. Esteban Ocon wins his 2nd Grand Prix. Max Verstappen won't be happy.
No doubt
And George Russell 3rd again for Ferrari.
But how do you think the Williams team are feeling?
Wow.
They'll be absolutely delighted to have picked up the win here. What a great outcome that is for the team.
Well, everybody, that's all from us here in Baku.
Coming up next, the teams will be taking a trip to the Sunshine State. The Hard Rock Stadium is laying down the track for a captivating race at the Miami Grand Prix.
So there you go then. Esteban Ocon wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Max Verstappen finishes 2nd ahead of George Russell in 3rd, Tsunoda 4th, then Norris in 5th, Perez 6th, followed by Kevin Magnussen in 7th, Gasly 8th, Bottas 9th, and Zhou Guanyu finishes in P10. Leclerc finishes outside of the points, and actually there was no DNFs in the race. Into the Drivers' Championship then, Verstappen opens out a 38-point lead over Esteban Ocon. George Russell is currently 3rd. Charles Leclerc drops 2 places down to 4th. Tsunoda up to 6th at the moment. Into the Constructors, we move back above Ferrari by 2 points into 2nd place in the Constructors. Very, very good performance there. And who knows, you know, if we can string a few more together like that, maybe we could compete for 2nd this year. It's been an awesome start to the season. The top 2 fastest pit stops as well. That's got to help. And a clean sweep in that championship so far. Right then. I mean, look at that. You know, we had no real right winning the Grand Prix, but we did it. We aced the strategy, and that's where it was today. And we get 4.2 million there. Absolutely unbelievable. But that is where we are going to leave it for today. If you have enjoyed that, and regardless, I think it deserves a like. We've won a blooming Grand Prix with Williams. Absolutely fantastic. So leave a like down below. Subscribe for plenty more F1 Manager videos. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.